Yuggaye Namaha. Are you using your God-given natural ventilators? What I mean is your lungs. Let me introduce myself. With what authority I am talking, you should have an idea. I am B.P. Varadarao, practicing Raja Yoga of Sri Sri Paramahamsa Yogananda from last 44 years. In this coronavirus crisis, I want to reinforce the ancient wisdom of pranayama. I don't want to go into jargons, but I simplify like this. It is taking deep breath. Even when you are normally walking or normally doing things, you are so slowly if you walk, the lungs are only 50% maximum may be used. If you take a deep breath, particularly a small breath followed by a deep breath, it will be effective. I will give a demonstration. If you do like this about 10 to 12 times in the early hours of the morning when fresh air is available, or you go to a secluded place in the evening where less pollution is there, take deep breath like this, then your lungs will be more effective. Then what will happen? You may say, I give an analogy. Suppose a cotton or a spider web is there on a window, on your window. You want to get rid of it. What you do? You blow with the air and it will go away. Is it not? Like that, this corona web, if it is going into the lungs, if you are aged or whatever problems you have got it, you don't be panicky for a ventilator. If you have a deep breath like this and walk briskly, or at least you affirm like this and do it 10 times, 15 times, the chances are your lungs will be very active. It will not only purify the blood in a scientific way to say, but the power of the lung is very much expanded and lungs will have more capacity to deal with this kind of situation, and you don't need the ventilator. Ventilator is artificially supplying some air, which you could have done it yourself by breathing deeply. My guru was giving an example. He was also, my guru was also 55 or so. At that age, a devotee came and aged man and I was giving a shake hand. My guru, the hand of that man was coming so slowly, shaky. My guru also expanded his hand slowly, shaky, nervous way. Then he was smiling. So if you show energetically, other person also will receive it energetically. You see what will happen in shake hand, good shake hand, psychologically. You shake hand, the other person feels the pulse of that. So a good vibration, good pat from the back like that, this is what is required. If you have a deep breath, your lungs will be active and coronavirus is not required at all, that kind of things, and you will have more resistance to deal with situation. And automatically, scientifically, let me say a few words. Even the blood is actively circulated around that area. See, lungs will be helping the purification of the blood. Also, the force with which you are taking the air, that will oxidate in a better way, and your immune system also will automatically grow. And circulation of the blood, when it is going strong, white blood cells going on, your immunity, your activity, everything will be there. In short, somebody was telling, life is nothing but activeness. If there is no activeness, you are not a plant. But unfortunately, the sedentary style presently that is happening, that is also the curse of the day. If you are sitting and watching the TV all through and enjoying, no use. I happened to hear Osho's speech on a thing, which I like to quote. He was telling people are watching Olympic performances and they go on clapping. Oh, what a wonderful performance! Oh. But you are forgetting the particular man who is having a marathon race and winning the gold medal. How many? For 1 year I happened to see, 1 year, 1 or 2 years they practice running miles and miles, 50 miles in the early hours, 3 o'clock they run for 10-15 miles per day. But you are sitting here and just clapping and thinking that is okay. They are doing the exercise, but you are only sitting here and you are feeling that you are doing exercise. No, you are not doing exercise, you are only feeling that euphoria you get it. No, that is not. And I happen to see in America, people go in a car and the air will come little from the window, and that if they are unfortunately close the windows and have only AC there also, then you are lost. Unfortunately, many houses, AC is there, both in India and here, and with the result, the natural air is not coming out and these people are not going out. Of course, in India, in Hindu religion, what you may call it, I am not going into fanaticism, but what they call the Vedas, what they say, Dhanam Agnir Dhanam, Vayur Dhanam, Suryo Dhanam. In various mantras, various principles it has been laid down. Vayu means the air, that is the Pratyasham Brahma, that is that God itself. Vayu itself is the air. Your life is directly proportional to the air that it is there, the purity of the air, which you can get it by fresh air in the early morning. They call it early morning, 5 o'clock, you get a lot of ozone air. That is called Brahma Muhurta time. It is not something automatically you become God or anything like that. Your system will be in its par excellent way it performs. That is why the students are supposed to study in the early hours, whatever it is. So coming to your system of facing the corona, this is an excellent remedy. So what I conclude is, you develop this kind of things. People are not walking, and people are having sedentary life, and people are eating more, and with the result they are sleeping, and they are thinking they are getting rest, and the immunity will develop by taking rest. That passiveness, oversleep is not a good sign at all. It makes your system a kind of dull situation. That is not correct. You become tamasic, what we call, you become lazy. Laziness is not a thing at all. The more you are active, it is there. Earlier days, about 50 years back, there were no cars. People were going miles together. They were going to their offices, whatever it is, going by cycle or going by walk. Nowadays, everything is mechanized. And people, ladies, there was no grinding machines, washing machines. They were all washing physically and grinding also kind of instruments with the hand. Now pulverizing everything. Now everything is mechanized, with the result your immune system is working in its below par system. So unless you change it, it is not just we are hearing, but what is use of hearing unless we follow a little bit of that? Even at this age of 70, I am in a position to do actively which a 35-year-old man could not do. And I have studied a research of various old people, whoever had a lot of walk, brisk walk, for 1 kilometer at least, in the early hours, they lived long happily. It is not the food that matters. After all, what will happen? The food turns into oxygen only, oxidation. That can happen with your proper direct oxygen if you take it. With experience, I am telling these things. You don't have to have a little bit of common sense required. But what is required is Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. That means you should have the willpower to do it, number one. Second thing, you should have the knowledge. But what is use of knowledge? Your daily people are hearing from the TV, from the papers, but they are not executing. That is, execution is not there. They are ready to take a pill, but not the sunlight. Sunlight also is essential. Sunlight, Dhanam Agnir Dhanam, Vayur Dhanam, Suryo Dhanam, Vasu Dhanam. That means even if you walk in the natural garden, your immune system will develop. See, the freshness of the air, freshness of the whole, if you look at the greenery, mind will be positive. But my Guru Paramahansa Yogananda was very much emphatic. You turn these things into physio-psychological process. That means you affirm at the same time, now and then, before going to sleep, or in the early morning hours when you get up, I am okay, my lungs are okay, I am okay, my lungs are active, I am becoming further strong, now my immune system is okay. If you go on thinking, it is okay. Otherwise, by any chance, you got a kind of things, if you enter into a kind of depressive system, I am attacked, with a negative mind setup, if you got it, that will take over you. So, what you think, you become. So, you have the positive vibrations and also strongly feel it, that will take you. And there is a God in you, definitely. And your affirmations will take you to this particular level. And your proper food take, I don't have to talk on that. You should have a moderate, good health living. Ultimately, it boils down to balance in everything. So overeating and over watching entertainment. I only cut it like this. Cut entertainment and increase the proportion of time to exercise. That will take care of all things at all. This is what I wanted to say. May God bless all of you. Be cheerful. That is an essential thing. Smile will give you a lot of energies. Kindly don't forget about that. Don't move with pessimistic people, and don't go on seeing the stories of so many people died, so many problems are there. The studies clearly prove the people who are in the house, whether without moving much, without sunlight, they are prone to have more problems than anything else. The medicine is not the only thing. Your positive mind definitely works. I don't have to exaggerate on these things. Let us follow them. It is no point of hearing these things. Okay. Om Tassa.